Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I am your host, Tiffany Daniels, and once again, a merry stupid o'clock to one and all. So, I told you I was going to do a second video this morning since for once in my life I had a little bit of extra time. So we are going to the JD versus AH case. Now, some very, very interesting things indeed began coming out all at once while I was watching Popcorn Planet's live feed on the hearing in regards to getting Jamie Spears removed from Britney Spears' conservatorship and getting that overturned. So, what popped up first, what I found to be delicious, although let's face it, we be new, is this little tad bit right here. So, what am I talking about? Well, let's get it pulled up, shall we? So, do we all remember when AH got caught in her own lie in regards to the charity donations? I do. And we all remember the excuse that her lawyer gave, don't we? Well, if you don't, we have the clips. I love this community. We like our screenshots. All right, so this is what was said. The Nameless One's attorney, Elaine Charlson Bredehoff, would not specify how much her client had given to either charity to date. None. Saying only that she intended to fulfill the $7 million pledge eventually. For those of you who are pretty stupid, I just have to remind you, a pledge does not put the money in the coffers, okay? I can't buy food with a pledge. I cannot pay my rent with a pledge. I pay my rent with money, okay? She blamed Depp for the delay, saying the Nameless One has been forced to spend millions defending herself against false accusations made against her in the ongoing defamation case. Blah, 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 bullshit. Well, this little tidbit came out back on Wednesday. Discovery in this action has also revealed that the Nameless One doesn't appear to be covering her own litigation expenses. Who here is surprised by that? I'm not. And yet, I have trolls coming onto my channel threatening to cancel me for standing up for Depp. But meanwhile, this woman continues to lie and lie and lie and repeatedly shoot herself in the foot. Now, how did they find out she wasn't paying for her own litigation expenses? I'll tell you. Read it right here. The Nameless One's tax returns, which she produced in this case, show no deductions for business expenses that would be associated with this case. Okay, so what does that tell us, ladies and gentlemen? The Nameless One, she's a greedy girl. She can sit there and say she's not all day, but anyone who's going to promise to give money to children and then spend it elsewhere, that's a greedy gal. That's a real greedy gal. I'm from the show me state, Miss A.H. Show me or shut up. Just saying there. Okay, so if her tax returns are not showing any deductions for paying for her attorney's services, what does that mean, folks? Well, it's real simple. She's not covering her expenses, so her so called excuse for donating holds zero water whatsoever. Of course, we all knew it was bullshit. We've been speculating for ages who's been actually covering her legal bills. I've said it before in earlier videos. She is who she is, folks. She is a B list actress whose only claim to fame is her ex. She is not the end all be all power. There is someone behind the scenes that is pulling the strings, and this just goes further to that point. But let's continue to read. At Mr. Depp's expense, as the Nameless One does not appear to be paying for her own counsel, but having a third party or parties foot the bill. The Nameless One's tactics have increased Mr. Depp's legal expenses and delayed the vindication he seeks against AH's false claims of abuse. So her war chest is being padded by someone. Could be Musk, could be Murdoch, it could be a whole lot of different people that this chick has managed to get her claws into. Or it could be someone with something they need to hide that somehow this would basically throw the lid off. I would be very interested to find out just who is flipping the bill. And more than that, I'd be very interested in finding out in why they are flipping the bill. Because this AH, the Nameless One, is bleeding through legal fees. Just bleeding through legal fees. She keeps throwing up and objecting to literally everything, drawing it out and drawing it out and drawing it out. So, question needs to be asked, why? For a woman who has sat there and declared, "I will not be silenced," so many times, she seems to bend over backwards to try to do exactly that to her own self. And if she is keeping mum, why? Who is paying her bills? Who is the person who might be pulling her strings? Inquiring minds and all that, you know. It could be Musky. It could be he is still in love with this train wreck. It could be somebody else. But I do say, if we ever do figure out just who is behind all this, who keeps continuing to pay her attorneys who are bleeding through money, then we are going to find a whole bunch of interesting information come out from that. And on those words, folks, we're going to go ahead and close out for this morning. Now, we don't get many views on this channel. The few that we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. So, folks, if you could, please don't forget to hit that like button, hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the comments and feed that algorithm. I do appreciate your time this morning. And as always, we here at Spilling Tea hope you have a good one. And please, whether you pray, send good vibes, whatever it is that you do, give this poor woman cells. I need a good day. Bye-bye.